Okay, so with everything being closed down, now is a really good time to start doing dry fire practice, whether it be for long range shooting, practicing your fundamentals, going through your dope charts, practicing, being out on the range and making shots, or if it's dry fire practicing with your firearm, like your handgun, for self defense situations. So that's actually what I want to show you today, and that's going to be the 5 point draw, and then we're going to take that 5 point draw and actually put that into practice for self-defense purposes. So first, let me just explain the 5 steps and then go through them slowly, and then we'll speed those up. And then I've got some targets set up in the backyard, and I'll show you how to use this to make it very fast shots. Hopefully, in the future, I can get some videos of some things. Like a there's a drill I like to practice. It's called the Mozambique. So it's 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. And with a couple things that I've learned and was showed, um, I was able to do that extremely quickly. And I practiced at live fire. But then when I did that and I went to dry fire and I just practiced over and over and over dry fire, the next time I went out to do live fire, I was blown away at what I was able to actually accomplish. So let me show you that 5 point draw real quick. So the way you want to have it set up, so when you're standing up, you want to have what your body is naturally going to do, right? So if you bring your arm up, so let me give an example. So I bring my arm up naturally to grab my gun. Well, I grab way back here. So you want to put the gun where you're naturally going to grab it. And by practicing step 1, you'll figure it out pretty quickly. So step 1, get your hand out of the way. So the way we do that, slap stomach, chest, you just want to get it out of the way. And put your hand on your pistol, right? So stage 1. So you can practice that over and over. If you need to move the firearm around a little bit, it's a good idea until you find that perfect spot. Stage 1. Stage 2, notice where my finger is at. Stage 2 is simply pulling it out of the holster, keeping your hand here. Right, so let's go stage 1, stage 2, stage 1, stage 2. Now stage 3 is rotating it forward. Now you can see that there is a slight angular thing here, right? So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So from stage 3, we can actually, in a very close encounter, we can actually fire from here if someone is, right in front of us. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Now stage 4 is getting both hands on the gun. Now we can also fire from this position as well. And now we can actually kind of move around if we need to get into a defensive position. We start tucking in a little bit. And then stage 4 is simply bringing the firearm out and getting our sights on target. Okay, so let's run through that real quick. So stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So let's look at that slow, and then we'll speed it up just a little bit. Now when we go back, we also want to practice going backwards too. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And on 1, we need to put our handgun back in nice and slow. Make sure you can use your finger, figure out where it's going. You can look. In a situation where you actually need to do this, you really need to keep your eye on the target. But you want to make sure that you don't have a jacket, you don't have something that's going to get caught in the trigger here. So that's part of the reason we're going nice and slow when we put it back in. Okay, so let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's look at that from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's look at that at pretty much full speed. So I've got some stuff in my way here, so I'll try to move back so we can look at that. So I'm going to start a little bit slow. Okay, look at that again. Okay, so now I'm going to do full speed. So the way that I practice this is going through each step and then adding the next step once I get pretty good at it. So step 1, just over and over. Step 1 and 2. Right? Step 1, 2, and 3. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then all 5 steps. Okay, so on step 5, what your goal is getting on target. And when you get on target, let's see if I can get this in the camera. You want to get to the point to where that when you draw and you're looking at the target, you can bring the gun up and you get into a natural position to where the sights, let's see if I get it, are perfect on target. Let's see, I got a cup up there. So you're gonna pull the gun, get immediately on target, just like that right there. So that's the goal on part 5. So you can practice that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then make sure on 5, hold it for a while. Make sure you're on target. Take the time and get some muscle memory down and feel what that feels like and where you need to be. So you really want to take your time on 5. So you can do full, but then wait and get on target. So the idea is when you draw, you can get on target immediately and get one round off, right? So, but you have to be honest with yourself. You have to know, don't to pull a trigger until you're on target. And the faster you get the gun out and get on target, you start practicing slow, and you're going to get up there faster and faster. So we can practice this dry, and then when we get on the range, we can use live fire, and then that live fire is going to tell us exactly where the bullet's going, and you can see, progress. Definitely keep track of the target, save it, take a picture, and see how it goes. So I'm gonna make another video putting this 5-point draw in action. So let's do that one. Thank you guys for watching.